Chicago is an interesting community in the sense that it's always been considered a second city in the LA, New York span. But what's happening here is as vibrant as it's ever been, both in the artist and the gallery and the nonprofit institutional communities. It's an exciting time to be here. It's exciting to be in the space. I think when you talk about the community and the local community, of course, you're always talking about just the whole globe and then focused on what's happening here in your particular area that you're dealing with. So in particular in Chicago, watching some of these artists that are coming through the community, especially in the feeder areas of the School of the Art Institute, which has a great program giving the Chicago a whole bunch of young energy in the area that just makes collectors and galleries and institutions that much more excited about helping them grow. So it becomes very organic, and watching young artists who have their ways with looking at the world that you could never imagine. One of the things about being a collector is having that connection with certain artists that open up a whole world that you never looked at the way they're looking at it. So the perception of what you're seeing is a whole new ballgame. And something internally happens to you, and you look at it and say, my God, I never thought about it this way. I never thought about it that way. So this juice and this flipping of the switch all of a sudden energizes everything. So there's certain artists that connect, and our art is very personal. So there are certain areas that you connect with right away, and certain almost as a, you have to get accustomed to it. You have to get your hands around it and become educated. Maybe to get more concrete about what's going on in Chicago, I'll just give one example. And Theaster Gates is doing something in the community here. He's an Artadia artist. He's been around for a while, community activist in University of Chicago, performance artist. But if you're not familiar with what he's doing, he's taking the local communities in this area, the south side of Chicago, and re-energizing that area by recycling what's happening there in the housing and the people down there, and taking items of different houses and making them into art. I can see, if you look at Kavya Gupta's gallery, a couple of pieces of art that he's done. He's taken some hoses from the Chicago Fire Department system from the 1960s. He's encapsulated them in fireproof glass and put old moldings from houses around it, windowsills, and old linoleum floors, and created a art historical reference of modern-day recycled art. And if that isn't what we're really talking about in today's society, where you're helping these artists not only help us see the world, but helping them bring the world back to their communities and helping them get money and funding for better housing and better conditions, and more importantly, being heard in the society. And that's what really makes it really wonderful to be a collector and enabling those things to happen. So that's just a start. I'll pass it on.